All right, so today we're going to do graphing absolute value equations and inequalities. Okay, so we're going to solve by using graphs. Okay, so it says the absolute value function is found under the math key. Okay, and then you need to choose the tab that says number or NUM. Okay, now then after you hit that, it's going to take you to this parentheses that look like an absolute value. Okay, so we'll look at it, the first one. Okay, solve by graphing. You have the square, or you have the absolute value of x equals 3. So what are we going to have? Y1 is what? At the absolute value. This is what you're going to type in your computer. Absolute value of what? X. Okay, and then what's on the other side? 3, just like we did today. Okay, so now you're going to need to graph that, and you're going to have your 3. It's going to look like this. Okay, and now this is going to go like, you're going to get something like this on your graph. Okay, let's look at it on my calculator. Okay, so I'm going to hit absolute value. So what did it say? It said go to math, the math button right here, math. Okay, now then you see at the top, math, num, CPX, and PRB. You're going to tab over to the num, NUM, okay? And the absolute value is number 1, okay? So hit 1, and now your absolute value sign comes up. Do you see that? So now you need to put inside of that what's inside the absolute value sign. For this one, it's just X. So we're going to hit X right here, X, all right? Now we're going to go down, and what are you going to hit? 3. Okay, so that's what we're doing, the absolute value of X and 3. Okay, now I'm going to hit graph. This is what it looks like. Okay, I'm trying to draw it here. Okay, all right, so now I need to find my points. Okay, so let's go second calc, intersect, enter. Okay, so your first curve, it crosses twice. Okay, so we're going to have to go over here to the left, go to the left of it, hit enter, and then go to the right of the point, hit enter, enter. So the first point you get is 3, 3. So I'm going to put it on my graph over here, ready? 3, 3. It's this point. Now let's find the second intersect. So we're going to go second calc, you're going to go down to intersect, enter, and you're going to go over to the right side, and remember you have to be on the left side of the point first. So I've got it on the left. Sorry, it's kind of blurry on my phone. And then you're going to go to the right side of it. Second curve. Oh, I think I messed up. Hold on, let's see if I can get it there. There it is. Okay, intersection is 3, 3, okay? So here we have 3, 3, okay? Oh, sorry, this one a while ago was, what is it? Negative 3, 3. Okay, so now we got negative 3, 3, and 3, 3. That's our points. So now X is equal to, your first point is negative 3, and your second point is 3. So you get X equals negative 3 and X equals 3. And that's your answer. Okay, that's what it's going to look like. Okay, now let's look at a different one. We're going to do greater than. This one was just equal to, and we have 2 solutions, right? See how our answer has equals because our problem has equals. So now we're going to look at number 2. We're starting with greater than 3, okay? So now you're going to draw your graph. And it's going to look the exact same because your y1 is the absolute value of x, and your y2 is 3. Absolute value of x and 3. It's the same, right? The only thing that changed is the sign. So the graph is going to look exactly the same. point is going to be negative 3, 3, and 3, 3. Okay, nothing changed. Looks exactly like this one. Okay, but now we have a greater than. Okay, so greater than we said was what? Going up from the line. Is that what we learned today? Okay, so if it's going up, where are they intersecting? This way and this way. They're overlapping, okay? So now if we were going to write this, x is what? What is x doing? It's getting smaller. When you start from this point, it's going less. So x is less than negative 3, or starting from this point, they're going opposite directions, x is getting what? Bigger. So x is greater than this one, positive 3. Okay, so that's how we would write the answer for that one. Okay, so now we're going to look at it. So here we did x is greater, or absolute value of x is greater than 3. Now here we're going to do the absolute value of x is less than 3. Okay, so now look, your y1 is a, b, s, x, and your y2 is 3. Just the same as it was up here and the same as it was over here. So what do you think? Your graph is going to look exactly the same. So we're going to draw our 3, and then we're going to draw this. Okay. We're going to put our points. They're still the same, negative 3 and 3. And your point over here, which is going to be 3 and 3. Okay. But now we have less than, and less than we said what? That less than goes down. So from our line, our arrows are going to go down like this. Okay, so it's going down. So where is it running into it? Right here and right here. This is where they're overlapping. Okay. So now our point is going to be overlapping. What is happening? This is actually a conjunction. They're going together, right? Whereas up here, they were going apart. So now what do we have going on here? We've got at negative 3, what is happening to x? It's getting larger, right? So you're going to have negative 3, and x is getting bigger. Okay? And then what do you have happening from the 3? X is what? Getting smaller. It's going to the left. Okay? So that means over here you're going to have your 3, and x is actually getting smaller. So you're going to have less than. All right? So looking at your graph, remember, you're starting from the point. You start from the point. If you go this way, what is happening to x? It's getting bigger. So therefore your sign looks like this. But from this point, your x is getting smaller. So over here, your x needs to be less than 3. Okay? All right. So now let's look at another one. We'll do number 6. Okay. Where are my notes? Okay, number 6. We have 5 minus x is less than or equal to 11. So we're going to type absolute value of what? 5 minus x, and then you're going to have 11. We're going to put this in our calculator so we can look at our graph. Okay, so let's clear this. Let's go back up. We're going to have the absolute value we said was math. And you're going to scroll over to number, so you're going to arrow over number, then you're going to hit absolute value. Enter. Okay, so now we're going to hit 5 minus x. Okay, down. Now your next one is going to say 11. Graph. Okay, it's going to look like that. So now we're going to graph it. Okay, so look here. Let's draw it out. You're going to have your line, maybe it's your 11 is going over, and then it's going to go looks like this, and then this. Something like that. Okay. Okay. So now we need to find our points where it intersects each other. So second calc, you're going to go down to intersect, hit enter. Okay, now we need to get our point on the left side of the intersection. Okay, hit enter. Now you're going to go enter, enter. Okay, so this one is negative 611. Come over here. You're going to put negative 611. Now let's do our next point. Second calc, intersect, enter. You're going to go over to the other side, enter, enter, enter. 16 and 11 is what we get for the next one. So we're going to write that over here. 16, 11. All right, which makes sense because both of the y's are 11 and they should be at 11 because this line is 11, right? All right, so now what do we have? We have less than or equal to. So when we have less than, our arrows are going down. Okay, less than. Okay, so now where are they overlapping? Right here? Right here. Okay, so now what is happening? What's happening to x? At negative 6, so we're going to write negative 6, and then x, and then 16. Okay, now we got to find our signs. So starting from number 6, what is happening to x? It's getting bigger. So you're bigger. X is getting bigger. Okay. And then what is happening from 16? X is getting smaller. So it's going to go like this. Okay. So you end up with negative 6 is less than x is less than 16. So it's a conjunction, right? It's everything in between those two. Okay. All right. Okay, we're going on 12 minutes, so I'm going to end there, and we'll talk about some more during class.